Department of Defense Manufacturing Process Standard Qualification Fabrication Welding Inspection Army with a non-armored shield Weldments. Department of Defense approved with the Public Release Distribution Unlimited. Part 5, Detailed Requirements Base Material. Base Material Certification. Material Certification manufactured for the aircraft with the contractor to give with the requirement of the applicable specification provided to the all certification document armor shield with a high strength with the material with the base material with the outline with the section show with the accessible the end of the period with the performance of the contract at the minimum of the S517 CF17 recorded retention requirement. The base material with the control of the requirement of identification of the material show with the main tube of the point with the initial fabrication, point with the written proceed with the ensure with the traceability with identification of the material that should be verified with the point of the initial fabrication meeting with the requirements of the drawing. Armor base material with the all except for the armor grade shield with the limited with the material qualification of MIL A 1135-6 DTL 20-56-0 and 46-100. 32-33-2 and 46-186 should require special techniques shall be required with the approval of the procurement contract offer the technical authority prior to use with any other shield with the utilize with the approval of the procurement contract offer the prior to use. And the subject of the guidelines for the armor shield with the proceed with the qualification unless otherwise specified with the armor base plate with the shall be welded and fully quenched in an temperate condition. For variant ultra high hard armored steel with a very high ultra high high armored steel with a consistent with the unweldable special technique for the duty of the elevated with the carbon equivalents for the any weld with the cutting and bending with the receiver involved with the LTD 4618 with the N 3233-2 with the particularly approved of the technical authority prior to the UC60 with the special technique that include but are not limited to maintaining a 200 degree temperature degree Fahrenheit minimum and 300 degree Fahrenheit maximum preheat pass temperature restricting heat input with the 25 kilojoules inch and the 47 kilojoules an inch, pinning in accordance with the 5-10-10 distortion control methods of the listed in 511 and 2 with the control of the slowing cooling after the welding is completed. Base material gouging. Base material are categorized with the group's qualification purpose based on a similar metallurgic characteristic weldability. Material groups shall be in accordance with the table of the one in the document Navy C with the S90 74 AQGI B010 248 with the welding procedure qualified employer section AWS B21 B21M. Annex C to the ferrous of the non-ferrous P numbers grouped in basement of the table of the ASME boiler pressure vessel code section 9 base material grouping armored steels with the permitted in accordance with the table of the one end of the document with the DTL 1256-0 class 1 and 2 only. Backing material permanent backing material class 1 weld should not be permitted with the approval of the technical authority. Permanent steel backing material of the U of the class 2 for 3 and 4 of the welds with the thickness of the backing material shall equal the thickness of the thin base material of the weaves with a maximum thickness of 375 thousandths of an inch, which is basically 3/8 of an inch of base material with an identical with the material backing material shall be the same in the mill DTL and an S number of the lesser of the tensile of the strength of the base material with the accordance with the material specification. Remove the backing material with the non-metallic with the non-metallic with the backing material shall be allowed with the all class with the weld with the door excretion with the at and the U with the metallic backing material with the both of the base material with identical with the backing material with identical with the base material with the backing material metallic backing material with the when base material with are not identical with the backing material with should be the same with the mill DTL with the S number the lesser tensile strength with the strength of the material with the copper backing material is prohibited from any use on any stainless steel with attachment welds or with any of the welds involved with the S3, S4, S5, S11, and S15 steel with the run and tab material. Run-off tab material should be removed with the completion of the welding before with the non-destructive with the tab for the visual inspection run-off tab except with the use of all classes of the weld. Material record retention. The material classification steel with the class 1, class 2, with class 3 weld with the provide with the steel with the meat with the corner with the optical with the stand with the show with the accessible peer performance of the contract with the minimum of the delivery with the procuring contract officer upon request. All certification maintained with the mechanical ballistic requirement of the applicable use base material specification for each of the melt and the heat treatment of the for a lot for 7 years to have finally contracted delivery for all the weldments involved with the armor using multiple lots of the material to include the material certification utilized with the construction end of the item. 5.2 welding materials identification over the weld filler with shall be welding and filler and shielding material to be identified with the point of the use. The electrode with each of the tool with a coil with the electrode should carry with the identified label to each of the piece of filler metal should be the distinguished color code with the designation, classification, number marking. Covered electrodes. Each covered electrode should have a distinguishing color code with the type of the designation, each with the number marking with a marker with the destroyer with the baking with and other means of the electrode show the U with the identification of the restore with the granular flux, with each with the tame with the granular flux should be located with the type of the specification, granular mesh size, shielding gas, each shielding gas line with it identified with the near the welding machine with the type of the composition, filler metal with the requirement of the table of 4, contains a list of the filler material that may be used with the corresponding with the welding, properly used with the filler metal with no guarantee for the success of the process, qualification, testing, each filler metal must be listed in the table of 4 with the military specification and AWS specification, acceptable substitution level of filler metal with not listed in the table of 4 with maybe you with the procedure qualification criteria meeting in accordance with the chain with the welding down armor grade steel with the armor with the non-armor grade steel with the strength with the filler metal with the U with the joint with the not to be on the filler metal minimum tensile strength with the classification with the specified the engineering drawing with the engineering drawing does not have the filler metal minimum tensile strength with the classification specified filler metal minimum tensile strength classification U with the joint with the shall not be less than the lower base metal with the metal with this minimum tensile strength with the electrode with the diffusible with the hydrogen designation higher with the H8 prohibition. A lot of conformance from Class 1 Class 2 welds, except for the purchase of the corner of the military specification include with the table of 4 of the welding filler metal should with the Class 1 include weld should be show with the conformity testing. This show with the include testing of the mechanical property test toughness, weldability, chemical composition, cleanliness, AWF acceptable substitution listed in the table 4 does not have the type of the testing with the show but responsible to ensure with all the welding filler metal have been subject with the type of testing conformance with the testing requirement of the procurement of the filler material with the sublimate along with the welding procedure associated with the qualification data is a minimum requirement of the AWS A501M A501 Schedule 1 testing with the applicable with the filler metal specification shall be done. Flux core electrodes shall be the minimum to meet the requirements of Schedule J. Filler material control requirements that you shall have the consumable management of the procedure that include but not limited identification, storage, handling, and preservation, inventory control with the distribution, filler material handling, welding, electrodes handled with a careful lever to prevent the damage of the coating. Coating exists for the damage container shall have the content of the examined with excessive moisture contact crack coatings of the damage of the electrode with the filler spool with the drum with the examined with the distorted spools and entwined winding with the spool wire with the other surface contamination filler metal with the managed for the extent but it does not meet the specification requirement of C table 4 with the not be with the production weld and the filler metal material with an inventory control. All welding filler material with the flex shall be identified with the point with the turn electrode term with the after the 9 hours of the other order or less should be returned of the holding of the 8 hours prior to the reissue with the electrodes term with the after for the more than 9 hours exposure shall be rebaked in accordance with the 52234. Filler material with the filler material with the flex core wall with the neutral grain with the flex shall be thrown with the dryer with the low hydrogen covered electrode shall be thrown with the accordance with the 5222331. Low hydrogen electrode stored with the low hydrogen covered electrode not in accordance with the sped military specifications stored in accordance with the applicable industrial standard with the manufacturer with the suggested storage environmental exposures with the recommendation covered electrodes qualified in accordance with the military specifications are with the MIL S7018 8018, 8018, 9018, 118, 11, 11018, and 2018. Whether AWS acceptable substitution include with the M designated with the listed with the table of 4 with the covered electrode with the head with the physical contact with the water not to be used. Covered electrode shall be used within 9 hours of the removal of the hermetically sealed of the manufacturer packaging, removal of the ventilated heat holding of the 225 to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Electrodes not used within 9 hours after the issue with the are exposed with the humidity conditions should be held for at least 8 hours and vented to holding oven maintained at 225 to 300 degrees Fahrenheit prior to reissue. Exposure ferritic covered electrode with exposure with the military 118 and 11078 107 and 18 110 18 120 18 M2 electrode should be controlled with the palm of the removal of the manufacturer hermetically sealed containers hold with the ovens with the electrode should not be used with the after being for wearing exposed with the atmosphere for the total period of more than 9 hours. During exposure suitable to for the provide with the protective electrode with the inclement with the weather electrode baking and rebaking requirement the covered electrodes with the ambient condition no longer with the 9 hours may be backed with the removal of the moisture content with the disposal of the only 1. Baking with a covered electrode with a permitted unless requirement of the 52235 are met with a baking covered electrode should be in accordance with the following condition. Electrodes placed in the oven baking before the temperature of the oven exceeds 300 degrees Fahrenheit. During the baking temperature of the oven, it should not be raised with more than 300 degrees Fahrenheit per hour when the oven temperature is 500 degrees or above. The total elapsed time when the oven temperature is above 500 should be kept at the minimum. The covered electrode shall be baked with a temperature of 800 plus or minus 25 degrees Fahrenheit for a total time of 3 hours, 30 minutes to 1 hour. Electrodes shall be spread with a suitable tray for the oven. Electrodes may also be placed with the open aluminum cans held with the vertical position. Tri-canvas shall not be fabricated with the side of the joint filler with a liquefied with less than 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Automatically control the forced convection circulation oven with a bake with the electrodes according with the requirements of the paragraph shall be used. The oven control with the correct recording instrument should be checked with a periodic interval according with the established calibration program storage in the holding oven electrodes which have then baked with a shall be trained for the holding ovens without being allowed to cool before 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Transfer shall be accomplished electrode protected with the inclement with the weather of the electrodes shall be stored in venting holding ovens with the manufacturer contained with the have been opened with a holding oven. The temperature shall be between 125 to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Holding oven shall be checked with a periodic interval according with the established calibration program. Baking limitations. Electrodes shall not be baked into by any more than once unless the electrode brand is intensely tested with the maximum proposed number of the baking cycle shown with the meet the electrode specification requirement of the moisture, the usability with all the weld, metal, tensile, mechanical property, chemistry, with the recertification of each electrode brand shall be performed annually. Filler metal record retention. Filler material certification should be kept with the period of the performance of the contract of the minimum to deliver the procuring contact for the upon request. Shielding gas. All shielding gas measure from the corner for the AWS A532 and the A532 should be certified with the gas manufacturer of the gas mixture for the shielding of the shall be welding grade and shall have the dew point with the corners for the minimum requirement of the purities, moisture content of the gas mixture. Table the AWS A352 for the M and A532. When shielding gas mixture for the required with the calibrated mass flow meter shall be the U with the proportion of the percentage of the gas for the conforming with the requirement of the welding procedure specification with the procuring contractor over the main conductor review of the calibration certification documentation. This is for the conformance of the chain with the shield with gas required for the flux core shall require the shielding gas in a combination with shielding provided with the flux core shielding itself shield with the filler material that shall not be permitted with the flux core welding process of the procuring gas. All procuring gas make sure that the shall be in accordance with the shield of the gas requirement of granular flux responsibility. Activity shall serve with the maintain written flux with the control of the procedure that ensure that the flux material moisture level the production welding process does not exceed the filler material of the procurement and specification requirements. Condition maintains flux, so the flux may be directly from the manufacturer hermetically sealed with the container of the baking prior to the initial issue for the subsequently use of flux shall be meet with the requirements of 52333 with the moisture with the requirement of the ABC with the T9070 for BC, the GIB 010 to 0200, exceed the word document the team necessary for the activity concerned with the baking file for the scores, the holding of the should be accomplished in accordance with the following. Baking flux shall be baked with the precondition of the manufacturer recommendation. Manufacturer does not provide with the instruction flux will continue with the incorporate the instruction ABC VT 9074 BC GIB 010 0200 restore the moisture content with the requirement storage and the holding of it upon with the removal of the manufacturer hermetically sealed with the container after the baking in accordance with the 523321 flux shall be restored with the holding of the minimum temperature of the 250 degrees flux after then baked shall be transferred the holding of it well with the chill with the hot without being allowed to cool below 225 degrees of transfer. Shall be protected from an inclement weather. The flux core shall be observed with the flux can absorb the moisture with the elevated temperature of the even prolonged period with identified store with the holding of it shall be avoided with the storage period shall be established using any reuse with the using infused granular flux may be reused and subject to the following addition. Flux shall be collected with the clean dry of the workplace with the maintained with a 125 degrees minimum preheat with the inner path of the temperature with the shall at least warm into for the touch for the time of the reuse of flux not collected with the required above the scope of the discard with the recondition of the described requirement 523.321, store at a minimum temperature 250 degrees. Exposure of the flux. Exposure of the flux should be limited to ensure the U for the moisture. Exposure of the Navy, C for the T, 9074, B, C for the G, I, B for the 010, 0200, or 9 to exceed. The appropriate exposure over the periods will not be established by using the etany. However, the exposure shall not be within 9 hours of the removal of the manufacturer hermetically sealed with the container with the holding the ovens and flux and ice shall not use after being exposed to an atmosphere for the total period more than 9 hours during exposure. Suitable means for the all provided with the protective flux for the inclement weather, shielded recorded retention, and shielded certification from the manufacturer shall be kept within either the period of performance of the contact with the minimum be with delivered from the carrying contractor office upon request. Procedure qualification records or PQRs of the requirement of the section describe the general requirements of the development and procedure qualification record with the procedure qualification record with the prepared in accordance with the requirements of the document prior to the welding, except for the welding requirement to support the development of the procurement welding records, procurement qualification record should be the applicable procedure qualification variable specified by the table of 5 of the class 1 class of the weld over the welds being qualified data into the procedure qualification record shall be the actual item description numerical value recorded during the welding procedure qualification test assembly. All observed values should recover the single data for each of the visual variable U during welding. Inherently fluctuating variable the mean value for the observer during the welding procurement qualification record shall the development of the base of the welding procedure specification procurement qualification record shall include the minimum welding parameters of the welding qualification template assembly destructive testing result. Non-destructive testing result all support of the testing record shall include the procurement qualification record, the qualification record, support of the welding procedure specification and plan for the submission for the submitted for the procuring contractor over the upon record of the procurement qualification records for the time of the editing of the responsible representative of the team of the procurement qualification record all testing the result of the form of the performance of this standard requirement of the classification of the various classes for the type of the welds that's shown in the 531 through 5316 for all class welds B for the metal for the group that's specified on the table of the 1 procurement qualification record for class 1 all class for the 1 procurement qualification records for the qualification test plate with the fabricated with the form with the figure 4 with the stroke for the testing accordance with the table of 6 for the table 7 and 5 7 and the H plate with the corner with the table 7 and table A1 and figure A1 with the PPIT. All right, with the testing of the essential variable with the table of 5 with the trouble to meet with the procurement qualification record with the qualified with the class 1 welding procedure qualification performed in the manner qualified procedure with the welded class. Procurement qualification record with the class 2, 3, and 4. With all class 2, 3, and 4 with the procurement qualification record include with the armor grade steel joint configuration show with the qualification plane with the destructive test and corner with the table 6 and 7 and 8 and 5, 7 of the armor grade steel with the not even the procurement qualification record should be qualified in accordance with 5315 and applicable to testing and essential for the variable is the table of 5 of the 5.4 shall meet with a pre-qualification record to meet with a qualified class 3 procurement qualification record compromised armored steel with the armored steel configuration can be developed within the class 1 procurement qualification record in accordance with the 534 with the after developing successful testing supplemental with the H plate with the accordance with the table of 7 and the table of A1 figure A1 and PPIT or 5313 armored steel or welds shall be qualified in accordance with this document. Armored and non-armored weld with all armored and non-armored welds should be qualified in accordance with this document or the base metal over the other same material grouping in the following standard of the non-armored base metals qualified with also qualified table of 1 document M numbered with the group numbers AWS B21 B21M P number group the group numbers ASME per boiler pressure vessel code section 9 qualifications all support of the work procedure specification weld of the non-armored base material within the same material of the group of themselves with the material of the semi or chemistry of the mechanical property not listed with the documents for the to be used and should be submitted with the forward with the consideration edition of the table of 1 as a part of the group. Non-armored and non-armored weld with the applicable with the non-armored and non-armored weld with the procedure qualification involved with the carbon molybdenum steel with the magnesium molybdenum steel with the carbon molybdenum steel with the quench with the temperature with the age with the hardening steel with the C with the table of 1 qualified and according with the document with the alternative procedure involved with the material with the sign with the table of 1 with the carbon steel with the quench S1 quench with the temperature carbon steel with S2 with the carbon molybdenum steel with S3 magnesium molybdenum steel with S4 chromium molybdenum steel S5 quench tempered steel with the S11 and the age hardening S11 may be qualified in accordance with the AWS B21M and boiler pressure vessel code section 9 NAVC with the S9074 AQ GIB 010 248. Providing qualification include with the toughness for the testing procedure with the involvement of the material assigned with the S1 quenching with the temperature carbon steel with it may also be qualified in accordance with the AWS-D11 and D11M. Providing qualification include with the toughness testing base material with the degree of qualified materials assigned with one material grouping, the M number of the group, the number of the P number plus for the group number to qualify with all the material with the material with the grouping all applicable to non-armored and non-armored weld should comply with limited inspection requirements, welding requirement of workmanship, the requirement of the repair requirements according to class weld. The PJP for the flare bevel groove of the procedure qualification record with the flare bevel the groove of the weld with the PJP groove of the qualified independently of the PJP for the qualification include with the fill and flare bevel the grooves that involved with the non-armored and non-armored bevel shall be qualified either within accordance with the following of the requirements of the qualification of the PJP for the fill with the flare with the bevel the groove with the weld with the document with the following requirements. PJP with the flare bevel the groove weld with the CJP with the performance qualification record is present. Any supporting with the CJP with the performance qualification record with the base of the mechanical testing qualification associated with the PJP with the flare with the bevel the groove with the weld with additional 3 macrographs should be required with each of the groove with the weld with the type of the valve, the division with the penetration and the depth of the weld, and set with the proper fusion, and with achieve the end with the PJP with the configuration class 1 PJP with the desired procedure qualification record should be in accordance with the F5311 in addition to the requirements of the paragraph PJP for the valve flare bevel the groove with the weld with the CJP with the personal qualification record with the not present with the supporting the CJP with the not performing the PJP with the weld with the qualified in accordance with the 5312 with the in addition with the 3 macrograph with the required with each of the groove weld with the validate with the sufficient penetration and depth of the weld side with the proper fusion with the achieve with the PJP with the configuration macrographs should be performed prior to the preparation of the mechanical test of the specimen with only show the root side of the PJP to be the machine the minimum and achieve with the weld with the size recorded tension of the bend with the other test of the specimen and prepare with the test of the applicable with the accordance with 5/7 and class 1 PJP there is desired per procedure qualification qualified in accordance with 531 with additional with the requirements of the paragraph fillet weld 531631 with the fillet weld classification will cover the both single pass with the multi-pass fillet weld with the determine the minimum of a single base pass weld inside of the minimum with the multi-pass weld size and according to the table down with the both macrograph with the fillet weld break test shop with the required with the corner with the section 6 with the validated roof penetration root fusion leg fusion weld with leg with the actual throat achieve with the fill configuration. Multiple welding processes used with the procedure qualification record with the procedure qualification record with the test weld with the similarly required with the multi-pass by the way with the even the different weld with the process with the have with the essential with the variable to each of the process listed in the performance qualification record to achieve the multi-process intended for either the production single joint application and all of the process qualified with a single performance qualification test assembly. The deposit thickness for each of the process qualified in single joint with the shelf based on the thickness. Deposit for each of the process qualified thickness all of the process of the combined of the joint with the shelf based on the performance qualification testing the assembly thickness. See with the table 10. Single process may be utilized from the type of the qualified procedure that provide with all the limitation process that are observed with the height of the root layers and the thickness of the 3/16 inch with the deposit with the same process for the classification of the root layers. Each process shall include all the destructive test specimen and where the specimen is too small will include a representative of the welded metal. All the process, all required test specimens shall be taken with the welded metal. Each for the process exemption shall be made for the process subject to the following limitation. The welded process involved with no more than 2 layers of qualification procedure and production welds. The test specimen involved cannot be removed and include the limited weld of the region. For example, the welding 1-inch thick and performance qualification record test plate with the gas tungsten arc welding, where you have the root width of the gas metal arc welding available for the remaining filler cover pass of the 1/4 inch and 3/4 inch where the deposit they were a 1/2 inch and the 1.5 inch for the gas metal arc welding qualified. However, the gas metal arc welding not qualified with the welded root with the joint because it was not qualified with the procurement qualified record for the root welding pass. Procurement qualified records for 120 KSI with a greater Y with the filler material with a 120 KSI with a trade strength show required with a 2 mechanical testing plate with a slow cooling plate represented with the maximum heating input with the highest preheat and enter pass temperature for the thickness section 1 of the faster cooling plate with a proceed with the lowest heat input with the lower preheat inner pass on the thickness section 92 inches allowed with the proceed with the preheat with the inner pass with the temperature with the specific welding parameter include with the arc volt with the welding current with the wire feed speed for all gas metal arc when submerged or welding travel speed with the should be recorded with each of the pass with the deposit for the whole time with the between with the minimum preheat with the maximum inner pass with the temperature with the minimum 4 hours with the final hold time of 24 hours following the completion of the welding required with the prior to the destruction of the testing table 6. This shall be performed during the procedure qualification minimum type of the temperature allowed with the production weld with the flame cutting shall not be used with the removal over the testing questions. Procurement qualification record with the qualification table design with the maybe you with the extent of the procedure qualification of base with the condition other than the specifically weld with the test essential with the variable See Table of 5 with the welding. Each base material of the filler material combination shall be incorporated with the welding perceived in accordance with the requirements of the document. Procurement qualification record. The provision of procurement qualification shall be prohibited except with the minor spell with the grammatical error of the repair with the H plate with the corn for the A74 with the supplemental procurement qualification record. Is a developed and support extreme of the parameter of the work welding procedures specification of the supplemental performance qualification record should be allowed with created incorporated additional support with the performance qualification record. The existing qualified work performance welding procedure specification for the all the class of weld with the created with a supplemental performance qualification record with the test plate with the created and according with the requirements of the F531 applicable subparagraph of the welded supplemental test plate shall be within subject to all of the required with the non-instructive testing lacking instructive testing as required with the obtainment of the qualification depending on the weld classification, the PBT, PIT, A1 may also be required to obtain qualification. All required test results listed in the supplemental performance qualification record. The supplemental performance qualification may include the following items in the original procedure qualification record. The qualification that required with the document for the testing result of the required with the 535.4 with the table 6 and with the required supporting documentation for upgrading class 1 PPIT with the result of the performance of the corn with the A1 with the required supporting documentation. See over the essential variable of the listed with the change not present for the original with the performance qualification record. See Table 5, C535.4 and Table 4. All supplemental pre-qualification record with the allowed with the previously qualified work welding procedure specification class 3 welds if not attained with the class 1 qualification. Supplemental performance procedure qualification record with the allowed with the previously welding performance specification class 2 with the class 3 weld with the not attained with the class 1 qualification previously qualified procedure addressed with the 535 with the procedure with the previously projectile with the impact testing that is available but the exemption of the word granted with the original qualification documentation supplemental procedure qualification record shall be developed to attain the qualification according to the document. Previously qualified welding procedure. Previously qualified welding procedure shall be the applicable to the essential variable of the original qualification document. If the previously qualified procedure essential variable does not meet the requirement of the original document, any other requirements of 4.4 and 4.4.1 of the new procurement qualification record shall be created within the accordance with the document. The essential variable does not meet the or met with the complete with the testing result of not available. The new supplemental with the performance qualification record should be created with the accordance with the document. Speed width limitation of the weave and the qualifying with the weave technique with the procurement qualification record. The weave and the technique with the should be generated to meet the weave with the width with the use and then welding performance specification limited to maximum weave with width with qualified with the procurement qualification record test plate. Base material repair qualification, armor and base material repair applications. For repair qualification, armor to be with material simulated with a repair plate, with a prepared with a qualified work performance specification, even the position, well, with the procedure, the application of the 10 with the dimension of the plate should be within 24 inches, 1 by 24 inch, at a minimum should be sufficient to allow with a minimum of 5 stipulated with the prepared with the thickness of the plate, with the company the same thickness and 10 with the prepared with the production application addition with the condition of the final repair weld with the surface of shall be used with the 10 with the production application for the counter with the welding and mechanical with the finishing simulated repair plate with the shall have the subject over the ballistic testing according with the applicable mill DTL with the basic testing section with the determined compliance with the requirement of the minimum required of the basic limitations simulated with the repair shovel to meet with the ORC with the requirement of the basic limited with the mill DTL with the qualified with the army base material repair and procedure with the all repair qualification of the homogeneous armor shall be in accordance with the mill A11 of 35.6. Procurement contractor offer the proof of the listed qualification document that proposed with the detailed repair procedure should constantly approve of the wear 5372 non-armor base repair application. CJP with a group of the welding procedure with the qualification involved with the same base material with a group of the be repair with the concept of the proof of the repair with the build up to the deposit and thickness qualified the work performance specification show the limit of the maximum qualified thickness of the deposit of the repair filler material with the for the repair show the match with the mechanical properties of the base material of the repaired under the matching of the filler material is prohibited. Procedure qualification record retention. Procedure qualification record and intention identified with the manner to allow with the permanent traceability with the procedure qualification retained and traced along with the procurement qualification record app with the documentation test result. The detail of the procedure qualification shall be kept within even along as the procedure qualification app with the procurement qualification test data shall be delivered to the procuring contractor off upon request. Essential variables 541, section of the describe the essential variable of procurement qualification records, welding performance specification, the procurement qualification records, essential variable detail of the section, table of 5 with each applicable variable to determine each of the class weld, according with the variable of procurement qualification record with the data of the sheet of each weld pass of the meet requirement section, table of 5 with the 5.3 with the further detail of the procurement qualification development of work performance specification, essential variable of range for the detail of the section, table of 5 with the essential variable ranges applied with the work welding procedure specification C55. Base material essential variable the base material specification over the arm for armor the chain for the armor grade steel with the shelf with the cause of the qualification include with the chain for the one armor base material with the qualified under the military specification armor another base material with the qualified under the different material with the specification such as chain with the mill DTL 1256 with the DTL with the 46100 with the include with the clad chain with the material qualified material specification armor that has been approved with the procuring contractor off the material grouping over the welding procedure according with the F513 with the table of 1 should be observed. Base material specification with the non-armored chain with the base material with the specification 1 group with another base material with the group and the with the documentation U with the qualification shall be required with the requalification group with the base material with the specification shall be qualified separately. Materials may be submitted to C4 5 with the contact information conservator ACE in addition with the table of 1 base material the group and the table F532 with the table of 1. Base material thickness or T. Chain with the base material thickness outside of the limit of the procedure that qualify with the over the cause of the requalification. C table of 5 with the class 1 qualification limitation requirement of the table of A1 class 2 for the 3 and 4 with the qualification limitation. PJP with the flare bevel weld with the requirement of the table not 10 for all filler welds qualified in accordance with 5316 with the table 9 for the thickness limitation. 5424 the deposit thickness of each of the process transform more filler material classification shall be recorded with the procedure qualification record with the chain with exceeding qualified maximum weld deposit thickness in case of the requalification backing material chain with the material group C table 1 with the material backing material shall be called with the requalification filler materials essential variables. Electrode classification, chain with electrode classification 1 and the classification number except for the permitted with the table of 4 with the shall be given with the requalification change with the chemical composition of electrode except for the permitted with the table of 4 shall be called for the requalification chain with the 120 KSI with the group of the electrode with the filler middle with the 1200 KSI with the grade with the shall be qualified with the military specification chain with the 1 manufacturer with the trade name doing another cause of the requalification low hydrogen electrode with the chain with the low hydrogen electrodes have the electrode within low hydrogen designation shall be called for the requalification decree for the H for the number of the electrode classification called for the requalification number of electrodes and chain for the number of electrodes should be used with the call for the requalification crude audiogeneous for the welds with the made with the filler metal material with the cold wire hot wiring chain with the cold weather hot wire vice versa because of the requalification electrode diameter the chain of electrode diameter outside of the following limitation gas metal arc welding MCA welding increase or decrease flux core welding and increase gas tungsten arc welding increase or decrease 1/16 of an inch shield metal arc welding subject to the 1/32 of an inch and submerged arc welding increase to the 1/32 of an inch power granulated filler metal with the chain of the mount with the powder granular fill the material with the grade within 10% shall be covered with the qualification of alloy content of the welded material largely depending on the supplemental power filler metal work performance specification chain with the result of the welded deposit with an important alloying element to not to meet with the work welding performance specification chemical with the competition requirement shall be covered with the requalification shield. Gas the chain with no gap with any with any gap with the vice versa should call for the requalification flow rate of the chain with the gas and flow rate increase with the 50% with the degree for the 20% should call for the requalification composition. Chain with the one single with the gap with the other the single with the gas or two with the gap for the mixture call for the requalification and chain with the specified nominal percentage of the gas mixture with the call for the AWS A532 A and M chain with the gas mixture outside of the AWS 532 and 532M should call for the requalification chain with the flux type of the classification and another flux type of the call for the requalification requalification chain with a flux core, electrode classification chain with another flux core, electrode classification cover the requalification chain with a neutral active with flux with a multi-layer with a weld with a vice versa is a call with a requalification joint design limitation class 1 classification 1 weld to proceed with appendix A shall allow with a PJP with weld without full qualifications along with the provision of of 316 that are met with the qualification of CJP with the by joint with the design qualifies with the standard joint design tolerance to be with the fabrication military standard 22 chain with a groove tap with the V groove with the U groove with the double V and double U with a single bevel bevel that does not recover the requalification as long as the provisions of the 5316R how the technique joint accessibility respect with the weld quality with a different joint with the design configurations with the chain with made from the welding qualification made with the backing single side without back gouging with a two side with the open and root single side with the weld with no back from the back gouging shall require with the requalification joint design limitation class 2 with the class 3 class 4 qualification U with the CJP with the butt joint qualifies the standard joint design with the military standard with the 22 with the extreme with the requirement of 5316 all class 2 and 3 with the procedure with the chain with the made with the weld with the qualification made with the backing single side back gouging two side with the open and root with a single sided weld with no backing or no back gouging shall require reclassification joint sound with the chain with the PJP with the weld to CJP with the or CJP with the PGP PJP with the weld shall be with the clause cover the requalification joint design with the production inhibit the accessibility repeat with the weld quality relieve the diffusion shall be in chain with the more with the conservative design to allow the accessibility with the ease of the weld to deposit with the joint design chain with comply with the requirements of 461 and 5451 class 1 5452 for class 2 class 3 class 4 welds joint detail with the PJP flare bevel to any of the following shall cover the requalification reduction of the root opening qualified shall cover the requalification increase of the bevel the groove angle qualified shall cause for requalification increase of the depth of the groove of the resultant increase of the weld side of the qualified shall cover the requalification of the weld reduction below qualified radius for the flare bevel joint shall cover the requalification there any of the crease of the root opening level of the groove and angles along with any of the lesser joint thickness depth of the bevel qualified shall not cover the requalification backing or spacer tripping solution over the butt not inclusion backing over the shall be the requalification chain with the made with the weld made with the backing single side with the back gouging double side with the open root weld single side with the double side with the extruding with the backing the back gouging shall cover the requalification restriction of the heat for the tape with the ceramic back material and left specifically authorized with the technical authority for the heat for the coated tape to hold the ceramic backing material in place as prohibited weld with a mill standard 140 series with the filler metal material with the shall not adopt the close to the 1/2 inch of the back edge welded its own time of the welding when welding with M120 over the sphere of the filler metal square groove limitation chain with any of the groups out with a single groove vice versa cover the requalification electrical parameters amperage of the chain with outside of the filling limitation chain with the cover the heat input with the exceed with the qualified heat input limitation cover the requalification gas metal arc welding flux core and submerged arc welding increase the decrease 10% TIG and shield metal arc welding errors increase the decrease 25% of the voltage change outside of the following limitation chain with the cover the heat with the input exceed qualified heat input limitations cause the requalification gas metal arc welding decrease to 7% flux core 7% submerged arc welding increase to 7% travel speed to change outside of the following limitation chain with the cover the heat the input exceed qualified heat input limitations cover the requalification gas metal and their flux core increase the decrease 25% tungsten and submerged arc welding increase the decrease 50% submerged arc welding increase the decrease to 7% heat input, change of the heat input outside of the as qualified maximum value of the qualification record should call for the requalification work welding procedure specification electrical parameter range of the high heat with the input value of the limited of the which from qualified supporting procure qualification records creation and implementation minimal travel speed table shall be listed in the work performance specification due to the effect of the heat input with the strength of the allegation toughness and the hardness for the heat affected zone heat input should be limited to the maximum value qualified in performance qualification record with the C5106 for the heat input calculations. Bead width limitation weaving. See with the maximum weave width for the qualified in accordance with the 535 the cover the requalification maximum heat input with the governor of the beads with the width of the weave and the maximum heat input shall be called for the requalification. Heat input with the requirement of 120 KSI with a greater filler metals with the 120 greater shall have the minimum maximum heat input with production to be defined with the two procurement qualification record plates. Guidance for the heat input present in the table 12 of the heat input should be maintained with is in plus or minus 2 kJ with an inch for the heat target input. Each of the weld path for the gas metal arc and submerged arc welding and plus plus or minus 4 kJ inch of shield metal arc welding pass. Welded pass bead fall over the outside of the acceptable heat input tolerance should be removed with the grinded and recorded as such. Current type of the chain with the alternating current with the direct current with the vice versa should call for the requalification. Polarity type of the chain with the direct current, electronegative with the direct, electropositive with the vice versa should call for the requalification. Output with the chain with the constant current with the constant voltage over the vice versa should call for the requalification. Pulse current with the chain with the pulse current waveform and the constant current with the constant voltage waveform with the downpole with the vice versa should call for the requalification. Transfer mode chain with the transfer mode shall call for the requalification. Tungsten electrode chain with electrode classification should call for the requalification. Chain with the diameter outside of the allowable range of the table of 5 should call for the requalification. General procedure parameters. Welding procedure process. The chain with the welding process call for the requalification. Multi-weld pad process. The procedure qualification. Chain with the excess of the weld that is allowed in the 531 shall call for the requalification. Root layer with the welds of the process for the non-qualified welded root layer with the described in the 531. Some of the call for the requalification. Weld with the method of the application. The chain with the method of the welding process. The application call for the requalification. Chain with between manual semi-automatic process. The mechanized automatic robotic process of the application. Method of the call for the requalification. Chain with the method of the application of the previously qualified class 1 procedure. The manual semi-automatic mechanicalized automatic or robotic shall be treated with the procedure transferred C5542. The required validation 55421. CAWS A3.0 M and 3.0. Definition method is applying with welding process. AWS WHB1 for further clarity. Definitions. Minimum manual semi-automatic application of the chain with a minimum manual application semi-automatic vice versa call with the requalification. Mechanized automatic robotic qualification. You with the mechanized automatic robotic process application qualified. You with the mechanic automatic robotic process application. Adaptive control with the application. The adaptive control process should be the contributing you with the should be qualified separately with addition and subtraction of the chain with the adaptive control shall call with the requalification position with the chain with the position. See with the columns with table 7 and the table 8 show with the requalification. Preheat temperature of the chain with the preheat temperature also have the limitation. Table 13 should call with the requalification. Alternative that's required with the lower temperature of the may be considered with the technical authority of the provide support and data with the submitted with the review of the acceptability with the welding performance specification. Preheat temperature with an okay with the reduced below the as qualified minimum procedure qualification record. Preheat temperature level of restraint with the during fabrication of the service with the chassis with the consider with the suggest example the alternative weldability testing over the outline of welding testing and weldability testing section AWS B40 and D14.8 and D11 and D11 Annex B. Inner pass temperature chain with the inner pass temperature outside of the limitation table of 13 call for the requalification multi-pass single pass welds. Chain with the multi-pass weld to do a single weld pass for vice versa should call for the requalification chain with the outside of the limited with the maximum single pass weld side with the maximum minimum multi-pass welding symbol size shall be used with the requalification back gouging. Ow. The exclusion but not inclusion of the back gouging should be the cover of the requalification chain with the made with the welding made including back gauge single side with the back gouging, double side with the open root with a single side with the double side with the welds with excluding with the back and the back gouging cover of the requalification. Bathrooms with the back gouging chain with the mechanical back gouging, thermal back gouging cover the requalification post weld held treatment and additional chain with the post weld with heat treatment change with the array with about 600 degrees Fahrenheit with the plus or minus 90 degree per hour thickness section with the temperature of the post wheel with the heat with the treatment of the process with the plus or minus 90 degrees Fahrenheit thickness section with the duration with the plus or minus half an hour is called the requalification. Cleaning method chain with the mechanical cleaning, chemical cleaning, and the vice versa called the requalification welding procedure specification 5.5.